Olson. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 39, Noah Beakey. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 25, Easton Taves. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 4.
Welcome everyone to the Tecumseh, Ontario for today's coverage of Canadian Men's Baseball Championship play. Port Lacoste Park getting all set to go as Team Saskatchewan takes on Team Manitoba here on We Digital. Good evening everyone, I'm Justin Prince. Alongside the booth today is Ted Beal as we get set for a matchup should have some interesting storylines. To say the very least, you're talking about two of the top teams from last year coming into play. The Regina Trappers representing Saskatchewan, last year's silver medalist. Manitoba, last year's bronze medalist from this tournament, ready to get things kicked off here. And Ted, it should be an intense matchup as we take a look at the lineups here. Jordan Desertol start alongside Griffin Keller, Chris Ewart Reiner, along with Cole Baumel, along with Nolan Bracken, Dylan Edmonds, Tower Arnold, Devin Farrell, and Kendall Keller for today for Saskatchewan. The Trappers are at bat to start things off, starting with the strike, 0-1. Once again, at the plate to start things off is the second baseman, and Jordan Desertol. Two straight strikes by the pitcher today, Brendan Hatley. Ted, you had a lot about the pitcher.
Yeah, no, big, strong lefty. Had 5 years of play down in the States. 3 years of those at Minot State, mostly in relief. But at a 6'4", he's going to be a power pitcher to deal with here, and definitely will be an imposing figure for the opposition.
After the foul ball, we set things up for an 0-2 count here. And strike three. And there's the power from Hatley. Starts things off with a strikeout. That brings up Griffin Keller.
Keller part of the home run derby. Spent another guy that spent some time down south. Several stops, a nice hit up the middle there.
Out to the left center field for a base hit. Griffin Keller is aboard to start off the hitting today.
Keller's a bit of a suitcase from the Northern Oklahoma College, Rogers State, along with Georgia Gwinnett in the NAIA most recently. The 26-year-old accounted for himself well in his first at-bat.
That brings up Chris Reiner. The catcher, Chris Reiner. Thought about swinging around, watches a couple, 2 balls, 2-0.
This Saskatchewan team based out of Regina with the Trappers program. They qualified last year, but they'll be helped along the way with folks from Saskatoon as well as the Munster community.
Flared up, edge of the outfield, and tracked down on the pop-up for the second out.
Hatley smartly getting over to second base as the middle infield was embroiled in a discussion in short center field over that pop fly. That actually was a bit of a major leaguer, as they say. Definitely topped out high and actually worked back to the left side of second base. Good that the shortstop was able to make that play.
That brings up Chris Baumel. Baumel, center fielder, and that's to the backstop. Pass ball allows the runner to advance to second with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
Catcher Klein allowed himself to be handcuffed a little bit on that one. Needed to flip the glove over a little bit. Trying to maintain the strike zone, unfortunately.
Down in the dirt, 2-0. 2-0. Misses 3-0. Hard contact to second. Play made, however, to Olson at first. The side is retired.
Nice play by Hillhorse, moving to his left. Quick glove. Once he made the play on the glove, he was able to make the easy flip.
And the first inning blistering on through to start. Good contact, but not able to squeak it on by Hillhorse. That brings us to the bottom of the first inning here on We Digital. And so that will set things up for Manitoba's side of the card. Let's see how Manitoba will set things up today. Kai Ryden, Ty Paddock from the Home Run Derby last night. Ty ends, Mitch Olson, Noah Geeky, Easton Tays, along with Drew Hillhorse, Tanner Klein, and then Garrett Popplestone rounds out the lineup today. Here's a look at the defensive alignment now for Saskatchewan and Regina. As you can tell, so far, Desiltoll already up, Keller in right field, Bommel and Arnold out in the outfield, Farrell, Edmonds, Keller, and then you have your Reiner at catcher so far today. The pitcher today, Cody Rock. And Rock looks to try and start things off solidly here after what was just a one-hit top of the first inning in the ball game. Look at the schedule. Reminder that 2 more games after this one today. Nova Scotia, Alberta, BC, Tecumseh. Those ball games, you can catch all of them on WeDigital.ca from Tecumseh.
The right fielder, number 33.
So Rock is a player that made it to Mayville State in the NAIA. Had some rookie ball participation in Milwaukee and also in the Frontier League with Southern Illinois. So they're an accomplished pitcher, strong, big right-hander. Rock stands about 6'4", and again goes about 220 from Kenora.
Guy Ryden at the plate, fouls it to the street. Look out, pickup truck. Couple cars were passing right as that got fouled away. 1-1. Fastball missing. 2-1. The 2-1. Goes for the bunt. Fouls it back to the screen. 2-2.
Kai Ryden, just a 5'6", 150-pound player, 21-year-old, one of the younger gentlemen in the event. Hails from Brandon.
And foul to the street again. Still 2-2. This one down the first base line, tracked down by Keller. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Ryden played a little bit with Lethbridge.
Number 8, Ty Paddock.
In the Western Canadian League.
And so, up at the plate next is Ty Paddock. As mentioned from the Derby last night, he's been with the Oak River Dodgers since about age 15. This one grounded to second. Flip to first, really slowly, infield single.
Good speed by Paddock getting down the line. Second baseman chose to go with a glove flip, but actually didn't get much on it moving to first. And actually, first baseman had to make a bit of a weight play on that one, allowing Paddock to get through the line.
Ty ends.
brings up tie ends.
Hails from Cartwright.
First one. Hit foul down the right field line.
Some time for tie ends down at Marion University in Fond du Lake, Wisconsin. Another player with NCAA experience.
0-1. Down in the dirt, 1-1.
Marion plays out of the Northern Athletic Conference.
One. Swings and misses. 1-2.
The Sabres of Marion University. Colorful nicknames abound here.
1-2. This time, hit into foul territory and out of the reach of the left fielder in Arnold.
Right by the lemonade stand down the line there.
One and two. Outside, 2-2.
Good at bat for N, seen a few pitches. Made contact already. My prediction is the more he sees pitches, the more comfortable he's going to get.
2-2. Fouled again. Still 2-2.
N's a little upset with himself, felt he had a pitch he could handle. But he's obviously a competitor. Wants to get the most out of this at bat and move that runner.
And the battle continues. The 2-2 again will happen again. And this is turning into near double-digit pitches here in this battle.
Good effort by the home plate umpire. Taking some extra time getting the ball back to Rock. That foul from Ends caught a piece of the catcher off the glove hand, or glove wrist, I should say. He's shaking it out.
Two and two again. This time hits it into fair territory, and it drops. Down for extra bases for Ends. Stop sign at third for Paddock, and it's a double for Ends.
Left fielder did not want any part of that ball. Unfortunately, that ball was slicing in the gap.
First baseman number 26.
Good job by Ends to slash it in that
Rich
direction and take
Olson.
advantage. Very slight breeze moving the flag to the left field corner, but the tail on that ball allowed it to land safely.
And so that will bring up Mitch Olson. Mitch Olson, the first baseman today.
6'2", 240 pounds. DeLauren, Winchester, Manitoba.
Off speed, in for a strike, strike one. Swings on through the second one, 0-2.
Another Minot State was with them back in 2013, 2012 and 13.
And
Batted almost 400.
Made contact, but tracked down by Keller. And some problems throwing it in. None of the runners advance, however. And that got a little bit nerve-wracking for a moment.
Fly not deep enough to actually cause the runner from third to move. Obviously, the runner from second wasn't going to move.
Fielder number 39.
Nothing in front of him did.
Noah
Throw got away
Beatty.
from the catcher. Pitcher did in a cover position, but ultimately it didn't matter because they weren't moving on the play.
That's going to bring up Noah Geeky. Geeky, the left fielder. Starts with the strike, 0-1.
Yellowhead, Manitoba.
0-2. Solid contact off the pitcher. Lead over to first, and the side is retired.
Job by Rock. Get out of that with no damage.
First inning complete. No score after one here on We Did It All. Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh as you take a look at some of the scenic views here in Tecumseh. Picturesque town with plenty to be excited for, especially at Lacoste Park. Lots of people
Leading off the top of the
live in
second
these
for
houses too,
Saskatchewan,
for obvious
designated hitter
reasons.
number 17. Nolan
As we come
Bracken.
up to the top of the second. Nolan Bracken, Dylan Edmonds, Tyler Arnold all due up. Starting with the strike, 0-1 is Bracken. Bracken's the DH today. That one this time too low, 1-1. One and one. Fouls it away, 1-2. So far, a calm start to this one, Ted.
Yeah, I think, like I said, you've got some power pitchers, and they're going to be able to possibly work out of some situations where you wouldn't ordinarily think they could.
Swing to center field. Paddock calls for it, gets it. First out. So Bracken flies out to center. And
Third
now
baseman
bring up
number
Dylan
28,
Edmonds.
Dylan Edmonds.
Edmonds, the third baseman today. Swings quickly through that one, 0-1. More contact, 0-2. Foul it away. One, two, down low, 1-2.
Edmonds spent some time with University of Mary, the Marauders.
Oh, and called, strike 3. Edmonds sat down on strike, second time, struck out a player today from the Trappers.
Left fielder number 9, Tyler Arnold.
That brings up Tyler Arnold.
Another Regina boy.
Outside, 1-0 to start. Foul it away, 1-1. Duggo watches intently. 1-1, down to 2-1. That one too low, 3-1. One hit to left field.
Can of corn.
Gets it. And the side is retired just like that. 1, 2, 3 inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. So far in Tecumseh. An eventful one here at Brooklyn Goss Park for the day at least. This one starting calm. Again, Brooklyn Goss Park getting renovated. The park, baseball park should say, seen multi-million dollars in renovations. That was grand debut a couple weeks ago. This is its first major event, Ted, and so far these facilities definitely looking nice and holding up to the hype and the renovation.
Yeah, Lacoste Park are always well kept by the Tecumseh Baseball Club, and obviously that the amenities that have been added to it with the brand new grandstand and the brand new accommodations for the clubhouse and the dressing room, the addition of the 2 dugouts really set off this facility. And when you add it to what was already in place, more flexibility, and it actually is more comfortable space for all the patrons that are enjoying them.
Yeah.
The great baseball we're going to see today.
Looking at the schedule, by the way, 4 o'clock will be the start of the games tomorrow. Manitoba plays again tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Newmarket Hawks.
Second for Manitoba.
Part of the schedule.
Designated hitter number 25.
Designated hitter Easton Taves.
Taves.
He's now up, ball by Drew Hillhorst and Tanner Klein. Starting things off, solid contact to the corner. Tracked down by Arnold, but not before an advance to second by Taves. Already a runner in scoring position to start the inning.
Taves thinking double out of the box. That ball slicing down the line. Tough play for the left fielder to come up with that ball cleanly and then obviously get an accurate throw to beat Taves to second. And, slid in nicely head first. The native of Winnipeg got them started off really well here in the bottom of the second.
That's going to bring up Drew Hillhorst, the second baseman. Going for the bunt, just foul. They'll have to redo this one. 0-1 is the count.
Hillhorse, the Killarney native, tried the bunt on the first pitch. That was maybe an inch or two left of the third baseline. He would have been out at first, but it would have advanced the runner from second to third.
Yeah, you can tell that would have been clear with him dedicated to first. Oh, and 1. Down the right field line for extra bases. Hillhorse to the corner. Waved on home is Tays. He scores. And Manitoba's on the board with a slide-in triple.
Who needs the bunt when he can just hit it down the line for a triple? Great job by Hillhorse and good speed moving around the bases. Actually, no chance at him at third, even though he was sliding in.
Catcher number 22, Tanner.
He's got a lot of speed in him if he's able to stretch out like that. Lost his helmet, in fact. Still able to slide on in with no major contest.
Hillhorse, another Minot State player. Just started this past year, but did play well at a 320 average.
Now at the plate, Tanner Klein starting with the strike. 0-1.
Klein doing the catching at a Bossavane, Manitoba. Or Boisavane, if I can pronounce it correctly.
0-2. And stays 0-2 with a foul ball.
Klein's at Dakota College at Bottineau. The Jacks of Dakota College at Bottineau.
Oh, 2. And that one goes to the backstop. The second run comes in to score. Manitoba's up 2-0.
Hillhorse easily scoring on the pass ball. We're going to hang that one on the pitcher. Can understand it, but once it got past the catcher, it was no chance.
1-2. Donovan going around, stayed back though, 2-2.
Klein had 2 years at Dakota College.
And swing and miss, strike 3. And first down to the inning. That's going to bring up Garrett Popplestone. Popplestone, the shortstop in the 9-hole.
Brandon native. 33-year-old, seasoned veteran.
And fouling it away for a second strike, 0-2. Fastball misses, 1-2.
Looks like Popplestone may have been a two-sport star. I believe he participated with the volleyball program at Brandon University. Natural arm swing of volleyball and the throwing motion of baseball can be very similar. So you do see that crossover from time to time.
Fouled away, 2-2, yes.
It looks like he was a setup man as the setter in volleyball at Brandon University.
And fouled away again, 2-2.
in the Southwest Baseball League this past year. Popplestone hit .350.
And still is hitting more foul balls. Takes a lot of work to be able to hit above 300 over the course of a season, let alone 400 we've seen for some players. Two to right field, tracked down by Keller, and that gets the second out.
Comfortably tracked down and right by Keller.
Right
Well
fielder
hit,
number
well struck ball, but
33,
unfortunately not in the right position.
Brandon.
That brings up Kai Ryden. Ryden swings hard at that one. 0-1. Swing and a miss again. 0-2.
Rock elevating the zone there. Ryden not able to catch up, even with the quick hands. See if he changes the eye level here. Try the inside.
1-2. One, two, down in the dirt. 2-2. Two, swing and a miss.
Good off-speed pitch there.
Strike three.
Kept it inside, but at that time was able to get the late movement.
That's now 2 innings complete. 2-0. Your score for Manitoba. You're watching We Did It All.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship rings. This is who we are.
The gold medal game coming up on August the 25th. The best in the country take part at 7 p.m. to see who picks up the hardware. Here on WeDidItAll.ca. Be sure to tune in. Currently getting ready for the top of the third inning. Manitoba able to strike in the bottom of the second, Ted.
Yeah, and I think Hatley here is going to feel a little more comfortable. The two-run
Hitting off the top
cushion.
of the third for Saskatchewan. The shortstop, number
He had a
12,
very good inning last
Devin
half,
Farrell.
so I would expect something similar here with 8-9 coming up in order.
Devin Farrell starts things off ball by Kendall Keller. Then Jordan Dezeltol. Starting off with a strike 0-1. Solid swing. Swoops on past Popplestone. And base runner is aboard in Farrell with a base hit.
Farrell, a Briarcliff
Number
University
22,
player,
Kendall Keller.
and also spent some time with Rockhurst University.
And now, Kendall Keller is starting the lineup ninth today. Will go for the bunt. Bunt bounces foul, 0-1.
Smart play by the catcher. Took the big hop, allowed it to land once more, and it skipped foul. Could have been dangerous otherwise.
Take his time here.
Kendall Keller, University of Mary Marauder also.
0-1. Half swung at it. 1-1.
Pilot Butte, Saskatchewan.
One and one. Pitch out. Jacks back over to first, called safe. One and one. Swings and through for 1-2. One and two, pick off again. Trying to keep the runner at first on edge.
Not using his good move, I hope. Saving that one for another time. See if it's a setup.
1-2, this drawn dribbled over to Popplestone. Throw to first, trying to do splits. Couldn't get the ball to squeeze. Runners now at the corners.
Was not going to get him, unfortunately, the way things worked out. That's a slow roller to the shortstop, hard charging play. Unfortunately, the first baseman could not come up with the ball and allowed the runner from second, the advancing runner moving to second, to get all the way to third.
Second baseman number 20, Jordan DeZotto.
That brings up Deselto.
Struck out in his first at bat. 31-year-old.
Back to the screen, 1-1. This time hit down the first baseline. Foul, 1-2.
Manitoba's got to be careful here. First and third. Nobody out. They're going to play for the double play up the middle. Third baseman even with the baseline. First baseman holding.
It's one hit to the pitcher. Going for second, and he can't get the squeeze either. And that may very well be an error there, trying to get the force at second.
Yeah, we'll see where they hang this one. Hatley disregarded the runner on third immediately, wanted to go in favor of the double play opportunity. Delivered a low ball to the shortstop. It was fieldable to make sure of one, but they didn't even get that. And now we've got a runner across, first and second. There's still nobody out.
2-1. Still waiting for the official update on the scoreboards. 0-1 the count. The error is given. And they do put the run as expected on the board. 2-1 Manitoba. That one way in. 1-1. Solid swing down the right field line, extra bases. Keller rounds first, one run scores, the second stopped, and it's two in scoring position on the stand-up double.
Keller got good wood on that one. Laced it down the line. May have hit it too hard to allow the other runner to score from first. It was cut off and relayed in well.
Number
Prevent that extra
94,
run.
Chris Unterreiner.
Griffin Keller able to get to second and tie things up at 2 here. That brings up Unterreiner. Starts with a strike, 0-1.
Chris Unterreiner went to Long Island University in Brooklyn, New York. 2 seasons of ball, 12 and 13.
He hits one hard to left field. Back at the wall. Played off the hop by Geeky. 2 runs come in to score, and the Regina Trappers take the lead.
Beat the left fielder cleanly. Warning track ball, short hops the fence. 2 runners scored easily, and quite businesslike approach by the Saskatchewan bench. I think they expect to score runs, and we should see some more of this as we work throughout the tournament. Obviously, we've got the mound visit.
And already talking things over after 4 runs allowed now this inning by Hatley.
And the activity will pick up in the bullpen for Manitoba.
Number 11, Cole Baumel.
Again, you're at a national championship. There is no time to waste.
Baumel now up, starts with a foul ball, 0-1.
Cole Baumel of Munster, 6'3", 205.
1-1.
31-year-old.
One inside, 2-1.
Actually a native of Humboldt. Drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 10th round. Went on to Northern Kentucky.
Delayed strike, 2-2.
Played 2 seasons for Northern Kentucky before advancing to play rookie ball for the Tigers. Advanced himself all the way to Western Michigan in A-ball. Spent a little time in Lakeland in the Florida Developmental League in High A. Impressive career that ended in 2018 with West Michigan in the Detroit organization.
Now he's here with a 2-2 count. This one hit over to Hillhorst. Played over to Olsen, and that gets it out. But the runner advances to third.
Baumel does his job, moves the runner. A little
Designated hitter
nod to
number
Serrano.
17, Nolan
Takes his
Blackman.
bat all the way to first base and then right back to the dugout. Very efficient. No sense letting the bat boy do any work.
Up at the plate, Nolan Bracken. And
That's
that
gonna
goes
do
to
it.
backstop. And a run comes in to score again. It's 5-2.
Atlee's struggling right now. The body language isn't there where it needs to be. Felt he had a good inning in the second, but things have kind of unraveled here in the third.
2-0 with the count now. Fastball misses, 3-0. 3-0. And that walks him. The inning continues to spiral here with 1 out. Now runner at first.
Third baseman number 28, Dylan
Edmonds now to the plate.
Right-hander in the pen for Manitoba. Working a little quicker now to get ready. Quiet dugout for Manitoba right now.
1-0 with the count. And thought about it. Instead called for a strike in the corner, 1-1.
Depending how this at-bat goes, this may be the last batter for Hatley.
Yeah, right now it's not looking great on the location. 2-1. The 2-1. Swings through it. 2-2. Two and two. Fouls it away, keeps it alive. 2-2. Two and two. Time hit fair for a base hit. And so far, 8 batters have come up to the plate. Majority have made their way aboard. And now, it's going to set things up for Tyler Arnold. Good contact again.
Left fielder number 9, Tyler Arnold.
Well, the relief pitcher is making his way down to the dugout, but there's no action from a coach. They're going to see if Hatley can get an out here.
Can't get the corner. Runners at first and second now. 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. A 5-2 ball game.
Ground ball up the middle would be ideal for Manitoba to get them back in the dugout.
Right now, 2-0 the count. Last time up for Arnold, he flew out to end off the last inning. This time he flies it over top the left fielder's head. Geeky gets it at the fence. 1 run waved in to score. Runners now at second and third. And the onslaught continues with a double.
Hatley, unfortunately, is having a hard time missing barrels. And as we see the coach from Manitoba making that walk.
Derek Chameray making the call to make a change here. And it just snowballed, just quite simply. The momentum has absolutely snowballed in the way of the Trappers this inning.
No doubt. 5's your number coming in. Zane Sawyer out of Brandon, Manitoba. 6'1" right-hander, again 240 pounds.
We'll see if he's going to be able to calm things down here from Manitoba's side at least. Especially with 2 still in scoring position.
Now pitching for Manitoba, number 5, Zane
And
Sawyer.
what else can you really say or do in this type of situation when things snowball like this, if you're the coach?
Yeah, there's not much you can do. They're going to have to hit their way out of it. Still a lot of ball game left. Not insurmountable. At the same time, they're going to have to put a lid on this Saskatchewan squad, that's for sure.
Take a look at the schedule. 10 a.m., 1 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 the start times. Ontario, Manitoba play on the 23rd, an early thing. Saskatchewan, a 4 p.m. start. Then keep in mind on the Saturday, it's an 8 a.m. start to the day with 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 7 your rest of your start times. An earlier slate of games from Tecumseh.
Shortstop number 12, Devin Farrell.
Back to the plate, Devin Farrell.
Sawyer, another player that made the trip down south to Minot State.
And try to walk into it almost this time. Start things off though, Farrell, 1-0. This time a little bit too tight, 2-0.
Sawyer's got to find a way to get it out here. I'd say medium depth from the infield. Not drawn all the way in.
3-0. Just can't get it to the outside yet. Try to play it inside. 3-0. Fastball walks the bases loaded.
Well, this opens up some options. There was a base open. Introduces the more double play opportunities
Kendall Keller.
for the defense.
Up on the plate, Kendall Keller.
First and third drawn, but middle infield playing double play depth. Good
This
block.
one, good block. 1-0.
Klein ensuring no more runners can come across via the pass ball.
And gets a strike, 1-1. Good hitters count here for Kendall Keller. The 1-1. Hard contact to right field. Does it stay fair?
No.
No. That would have been an absolute rally builder or rally solidifier if it stayed fair.
Yeah, that would have introduced quite a deficit for Manitoba.
1-2 again now. Trying to go the opposite way, fouled away. Bases are loaded, 1 out, top of the third inning. 6 runs have come in to score this inning for the Regina Trappers. 1-2. Misses, 2-2.
Could be a good setup pitch here.
There's a look at the pen with the right-handers, already getting more people ready to go. 2-2, fouled, and out of playable territory, but just. Two and two. To left center field. Outfield play, shallow, and it's dropped. Chance for a play at third. They do get an out at third, but another run comes in to score. Runners at first and second in a 7-2 ball game.
Well, it was a tough one all around. Left fielder made the effort, the long run in to try and field that. Fortunately, couldn't come up with it. The runner at second was hung up, thinking it was going to be caught, retreated to second, allowed for the opportunity on force out eventually, even though it wasn't picturesque. Manitoba gets an out, but has to sacrifice a run to do it.
Top of the lineup card again. Starting with the strike this time, Desiltol. That one nearly rolled away again, 1-1. One. Off speed missing, 2-1. Crushed into foul territory.
It's going to get out.
Yep. It sails on out. 2-2.
Desiltol's already got an RBI in this game.
I reached via error and had a run score last time up. That one outside, full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch, fouled away.
3-2-2 out. Runners will be on the move with every pitch at this point.
Three and two again. Fouled away again. Your same spot. Take, drag. That one taken for a ball, and the bases are loaded again.
Just missed on the inside.
First baseman number 31, Griffin Keller.
Griffin Keller now up to the plate. Keller makes contact to left field, and this is out.
Ooh, that would have been a tough play.
Yeah.
Left fielder went over the fence. Ran into real estate.
Tight play in foul territory, out over the fence. 1-1 is now the count.
Oh,
Soft contact, that could break the rally and will.
and broke the bat, which I think is the more frustrating part for Keller. Nah, I'm joking. He probably wants to move runners, but ultimately not the contact needed.
7-2 Saskatchewan. Now your score after a 7-piece of work put in by the Trappers. Work coming up here on We Digital.
The pitch count for Zane Sawyer is 21.
A look over to the pickleball courts as they are part of some of the renovations.
Number 8.
Your thoughts on pickleball, especially with the growth of these courts and the growth of this park with some of the renovations? Well, on that note then, let's start things off for the next inning. Ty Paddock out of the plate. Paddock tried to bat both sides of the plate during the home run derby last night. This one is going to be hit straight to first base for a 3 unassisted.
Yeah, you would have thought that would have trickled foul. Did not catch anything going to the right of the foul line. And Paddock's going to
Third baseman number 18.
have the long trot back to the dugout
Ends.
with little to show for it.
Now at the plate, Ty Ends.
Double in his last trip. Going the other way. Doesn't seem to get cheated at the plate. He gets everything out of every swing.
0-1. Hit the shortstop. Played by Farrell. Throw to Keller. Gets it. Out. Number 2.
Ends is sneaky fast. Shortstop thought he had a little more time and laid back on that ball, but was able to recover and make the play.
Yeah, a little bit tight after the throw,
First baseman
but
number
just enough
26.
space to do it.
Mitch Olson.
This brings up Mitch Olson. Last time up, flew out to right. Starts with a strike, 0-1. This time, dribbled to the pitcher. Tries to do it himself. Called for the out. A 1 unassisted. How about that to beat out the play?
Great job by Rock. Didn't look too confident going back on the ball, but once he did, realized that the first baseman was out of position and had no choice. Try and beat Olson to the base, and he did. Good hustle by both guys. Unassisted out for the pitcher.
And that does it for the inning. The third inning concludes. Top of the fourth inning. Fourth inning frame in general is coming up with a 7-2 lead for Saskatchewan.
Can be watched live on
A reminder that on Saturday, it's OFC football, St. Clair Quinty. Start of the home schedule for the Saints. Acumen Stadium, you can catch that on WeDigital.ca. And so, how do you follow up after 7 runs last inning? We're about to find out, Ted, for this top of the inning.
Well, we'll see what Sawyer does here for Manitoba with a clean slate to start the inning. Difficult to come in relief mid-inning and with inherited runners. But such is the life of the pitcher. They're the cards that are dealt.
Look at some of the fans in attendance tonight, expecting the grandstands, especially tonight's games, to be completely getting themselves packed up here. A lot of fans coming out to cheer on these teams from across the country.
The catcher, number 94, Chris Unterreiner.
Now at the plate in this inning play, Chris Unterreiner. Starts off with the ball.
Unterreiner had a double earlier in the game.
Threw a pop up in the first inning, yeah. Well, this one boinks off the third baseman, off ends, all the way out to center field. And we'll see how they score this one. A lot of oomph on that.
Yeah, that was sharply struck, and I can't fault the third baseman too much on this one. Would have been a nice play if he could have made it.
Center fielder number 11.
It was sharply hit.
Cole Baumel.
Boink of a hit, indeed. That's going to bring up Baumel. It's one. Laid over to first. Quickly, 2 gone.
Much like a sacrifice, the slow roller moves the runner from first to second for the first out of the inning.
Bracken.
Runner at second. Error was called on the previous play, by the way. That brings Nolan Bracken up, now with a 1-0 count. Bracken off speed in for strike 1. 1-1 the count. 1 out still in the inning as well. Runner at second. In the dirt, 2-1. To center field. Paddock tracks it down. That gets the out here.
Paddock actually played that. Must have had a very nice scouting report. He was straight away and not too deep in center, and it was a fairly simple play for him. Runner at second had no choice but to retreat. Not even an opportunity to tag.
2 outs now in the inning for Dylan Edmonds. Contact down the right field line, foul. 0-1. Down below, 1-1. Down the right, left, the first baseline, should say. Olsen makes the play. Signs retired.
Olsen with lots of time there. Need only to block it, knock it down.
That closes out this top of the 4th inning. Starting to pick up the tempo here in this one as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning here on We Did It All. Now, we look to see what happens here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Team Manitoba needs runs. Manitoba needs momentum now. If they want a shot here, Ted.
Yeah, I think Rock's going to be a little stingy. I don't think he's going to want to let them get off the schneid any further than they already have.
For Saskatchewan at the top of the 4th, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left.
We'll see if he keeps up the pace so far. Just 2 strikeouts for Rock, but hasn't allowed much since that 2nd inning rally. Lean things off the inning, Noah Geeky, then Easton Tays, then Drew Hillhorst. Line up in order. Look at the pool standings so far. Quebec picking up a win earlier. Also picking up a win earlier today. Nova Scotia, part of those early slates of games. We'll see how things change during the tournament. rock.
Leading off
Just
the
about
bottom
ready to
fourth
go
for
here.
Manitoba, the left fielder, number 39, Noah Geeky.
Geeky now up, last time up, a 1-3 ground out. Hits it straight back to the pitcher again for another one. That's the second time he's done that with the same pitcher.
Designated hitter, number 25, Easton Taves.
That might even be a 1 unassisted. Easton Taves now up. He had a double last time up. Down low for a strike, 1-1.
6'6", Easton Taves. Putting those long levers to work.
2-1.
Just 20 years of age.
Stir hits it over to short and dropped. Farrell not able to keep a squeeze on that one.
Probably knowing he had to rush that play. Sometimes you don't make sure of the field before you can make the throw. Taves is aboard easily after the
Second
error.
baseman, number 4, Drew Hillhorst.
That's going to bring up Drew Hillhorst, who last time up hit a triple. One and 0. 1-0, the count for Hillhorst. Tries to get the same location, does get the strike this time, 1-1. Makes contact to left field. Chased down by several and falls on the ground.
Left fielder simply overran it. The ball will, once it reaches its apex, work back to the middle of the
Catcher
field.
number 22, Tanner
And I think
Klein.
misjudged by the left fielder, thinking he had farther to go than he had anticipated. Couldn't gear down, and once he overran it, shortstop was there to help pick it up quickly, but damage was done. Probably go in the book as a hit, though.
And they give it an error, actually.
Oh,
E7. As first pitch for this count is a ball now for Klein. Klein struck out last time up. Runners at first and second now. Nobody out. Or one out, should say.
well, it opens the door for Manitoba here.
Missed with the fastball, 2-0. Fouled it back to the screen, 2-1.
Klein doing a good job with the catching today for Manitoba. "22-year-old, as we mentioned earlier, the boys of Vane.
Strike two. Right now he is looking to try and battle here. Two. Make it 3-2. Again, that score is a bit off right now for some reason. 7-2 is your score still. Down low and calling for a ball.
Good at bat by Klein. Forced Rock to come to the zone several times. Bring about a mound visit from the coaching staff. As we have a bases loaded situation with 1 out.
Do have the pen getting warmed up, a left-hander. Counter to the right. You see the pen taking interest in what's going on, obviously with the meeting going on. Looks like he'll stay in for now.
Shortstop number 3, Garrett Copplestone.
Popplestone next up. Starting off with 1 low, 1-0.
Rock into the mid-60s on his pitch count. Could be laboring a bit.
2-0.
So it all factors into the decision process for Saskatchewan here with Rock. Is he a pitcher they want to take deep, or do they want to try and bring him back? This could be 2.
And they get the first. Can they get the second? No. Run scores.
Just a high enough chopper to keep the ball in the air too long before it got to the second baseman. Good turn by the shortstop. Bang bang at first, but wasn't in time.
That'll go in the books as a fielder's choice.
Popplestone taking some extra time getting back to first, stretching things out.
Kai Ryden.
Obviously hustling down the first baseline. May have tweaked a calf or perhaps a hamstring. We'll see how that affects him moving forward.
Kai Ryden now at the play. 2 outs. 7-3, now your score.
Top of the order here though for Manitoba.
Starting off with a strike, it's Kai Ryden. Tries to aim for a similar spot, 1-1.
I think Saskatchewan's, the way they're working things is they're just getting people ready to throw. They're not in a hurry. The intention would be here maybe to start the next inning or see how far Rock can take them. Gets the ground ball to retire the side finally for Saskatchewan. Only 1 run across in that half.
And it looks like they're calling for the coaches here to check on Popplestone. He is now down on 1 knee at second.
Again, was visibly had some issues after beating it out at first on the double play chance on the previous at bat. But it looks like he's got a bit of a calf problem.
The 4th, 1 run on no
It's
hits.
working, just keep
There
it
were 2
stretched,
errors
but
and 2 runners left.
Yep. Right now we're in the bottom of the 4th inning complete. 5th inning coming up. You're watching We Did It All for coverage Canadian Men's Championships.
Canada and all Baseball Canada
A
national
look at the entry to the town of Tecumseh along the Riverside Drive. Very proud of the past and very proud of its future. Positive for the future indeed. Top of the 5th inning coming up here. It's Manitoba picking up a run to be able to start to build things here. Last inning, can they build upon that? The next couple frames we'll have to see. Just about in position here as Sawyer stays up on the mound. He'll face the bottom of the order to start. Tyler Arnold, Devin Farrell, and Kendall Keller.
I think we're going to see a lineup change with Popplestone. Sawyer's just staying loose on the mound right now, but the coach is talking with the umpire here. We've got some changes going on. They're going to run number 25. Jeff Wiebe from Brandon, Manitoba, who is listed as a pitcher, but obviously can play a position also.
Fair amount of shuffling, actually. I think they just sent out Easton Taves to right field, in fact.
Easton Taves?
Easton. So we'll see how they score all these changes here. There he is out in the outfield from the DH spot.
So he's wearing 25. Easton Taves is. Which is incorrect on my.
Leading off the top of the 5th for Saskatchewan, left fielder, number 9, Tyler
Arnold comes up to the plate here. Arnold. Did he go around? No. Yes, he did, in fact. 0-1. Last time up, a 2-banker RBI. Call for strike 2. Played to short. Throw over to first. Gets the out. And a quick first out there for Tyler Arnold. By the way, though, player now at that base, they've moved Drew Hillhorse to shortstop.
Correct. Good entry into the game at short. Get the first ball. Strong throw. Retired the runner easily.
Drew Farrell now up at the plate. It's one hit foul. 1-1 is the count. This time a little bit softer, but still foul. 1-2. One and two. Slapped over to second. Bobbled around and played for first. And by the way, now at second base with all this is Kai Ryden amongst the shuffling.
Yes. And so the ball will find you, as they say. And your welcome to the new position is activity right away.
1-0 the count now for Kendall Keller. Misses 2-0. Solid swing, bounce to second. Played over to Olsen at first. Side retired.
Right.
3 straight ground outs. That goes down quickly. That inning does.
Right, losing the glasses on that hot shot. Well played before picking up his sunglasses in short right.
And that brings us to the bottom of the 5th inning coming up. 7-3 Saskatchewan over Manitoba. Regina cruising. And as you can tell, Rock does stay in after they warmed up that arm. So Rock looking to maintain what is a 4-run advantage here in this ball game.
There's definitely no urgency down in the Saskatchewan bullpen. There's people staying loose, not doing a lot of throwing, just on the ready. I think Saskatchewan's quite comfortable in letting this progress for Rock. Unless there's some serious danger of the game getting close, they may not go to their bullpen.
So lead things off, Ty Paddock, Ty ends,
Leading off the bottom
Mitch
of the
Olsen
fifth for
in this
Manitoba,
order.
Center fielder,
Paddock to
number
the plate.
8, Ty Paddock.
The Oak River product. Start things off. My goodness. Did he try and jump over the ball?
Well, he was working in on a bunt attempt and made it a little bit difficult for him to kind of maneuver backwards while moving forward. So he had to resort to the elevation.
Strike 1.
A lot of good athletes in the park today, so won't be the first strange activity we'll see.
Strike 2 on a swing and a miss. Down the first base line, played by Keller for the out. 3 unassisted. Yet again, Ty Paddock second.
Third baseman, number 18, Ty ends.
That brings up Ty ends. Ends so far 1 for 2 with the double. Starts with a strike 0-1. Trying to aim for the bottom, below the knees, 1-1. Fouled away, 1-2. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Third strikeout of the ball game for Rock. That will bring up Olsen. 4-hole.
Home plate umpire
First
making
baseman,
sure
number
Ents gets back to the
26,
dugout.
Mitch Olson.
A lot of discussion from ends, but cooler heads prevailed.
Starts off with a foul ball. Nearly hit some Volunteers. 0-1.
The cozy confines of Bert Lacoste Park. Always got to keep your wits about you.
Solid contact to right, but caught.
Very efficient inning from Rock.
Mitch Olson able to get the F9. And so after 5, 7-3 stays your score here on We Did It All.
Rock cruising along now, still under 80 pitches for the game so far.
We continue to cruise through this ball game. Remember, there's still 2 more ball games for today as well here at Bert Lacoste Park. 4 and 7 p.m. those start times. You can see that on the schedule right here. Nova Scotia's representatives once again back in play. Then Alberta, then BC and Tecumseh at 7 o'clock. As part of the games remaining today, remember Tecumseh, 7 p.m. to see the hometown ball club here from the Rose City outskirts. Catch on WeDidItAll.ca.
As you mentioned earlier, absolutely ideal conditions. Barely a cloud in the sky. Comfortable temperatures. Light breeze.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Saskatchewan.
Lead things off for
Second baseman number
the
20,
Giant Toppers.
Jordan Desato.
Trappers, rather, is Desotol. Then it's Griffin Keller, followed by Chris Reiner. Starts off point up, back a bunt, 1-0. Two and 0. Top of the 6th inning, 7-3 Saskatchewan.
That's hit sharp.
It's one elevated down the right field line, and it is foul.
That had a chance. It was well over the fence. It may have literally wrapped around that foul pole. Just foul. Went off the front bumper of a local minivan, I think, too. And they are realizing the error of their ways and moving that vehicle as we speak.
Maybe. Don't think I see any movement yet of the car, but pretty soon they will. 2-1. As that's fouled back onto the roof. 2-2.
So mentally, Desautels got to regather himself here. Just missing a home run on the narrowest of margins, and now says, I've got to still finish this at bat off in a positive way.
Called strike 3.
And he got tossed. He had a quick word for the plate umpire. Did not like the call on the inner half, on the inside part of the plate, and must have used one of the words.
And Nolan Desautol coming out, the head coach, talk things over here. So they'll move back into position. Now up at the plate, Griffin Keller.
So there will be a lineup change for Desautel. And we'll see what will be forthcoming from Saskatchewan to replace their second baseman.
First baseman number 31, Griffin
Keller. Foul back. 0-1. Down the right field line, off the first baseman for a hit. Moving to second is Griffin Keller. He gets aboard.
Would have been a tremendous play by Olsen to knock that ball down. That was well struck down the right line.
Catcher number 94.
But once it did, it was able to get itself
Ryder.
nestled against the fence. And an easy double once it passed Olsen.
So a hit there for extra bases. It's 1-0 the count.
Hunter Runner has a double today.
Also reached via error at one point, in fact, as well. 2-0. Two and 0. Hitters count. Doesn't go. 3-0.
Some Manitoba battery heading down to their bullpen. Wonder if they think that Sawyer is getting near his pitch count limit.
Oh, and that's a balk. Now advance the runner to third.
Obviously didn't come to set before trying to come home. Has to be a bit of a pause there once you come to set.
3-0. Caught for the first strike. 3-1.
Could just be a case of getting a little bit physically and mentally tired.
3-2. Bounce back for 2 straight strikes, though, from Sawyer despite that.
Infield's kind of drawn in slightly, but not all the way.
And he's walked. Off speed went a bit too far out. And that's going to put runners at the corners for Bummel.
That'll spark a mound visit. I don't think the bullpen is ready to go with someone yet. We're gonna have a bit of a group discussion.
And we'll see if they make a change here soon. There is currently a pitcher up, a right-hander, looks like, in the pen.
Sawyer's up to 54 pitches on the count. And again, what is their plan moving forward? Where do they see Sawyer coming back, if at all?
Bummel now up. It's one hit to second. Turn for one, going for the double play. They get it.
Nice double play. Second base moving the wrong direction to make that flip to second. But did it nicely, and then obviously plenty of time for the delivery to first.
That kills off the rally just like that before it gets uprooted.
Nice pivot by the second baseman.
For Saskatchewan and
And that will bring us to the bottom of the 6th inning.
There were no errors.
7-3, still your score here on We Did It All. So let's take a look at the schedules one more time. This is going to be your Saturday look. Newfoundland, Labrador, BC, Tecumseh, New Brunswick, Alberta, Saskatchewan. The game layout before the seating begins, 7 p.m. Be sure to tune in here on We Did It All.
The next game here in McCaws Park will be
Bottom
scheduled
6th
for
inning
4 p.m.
coming up.
And it'll be Nova Scotia against Alberta. And then at 7 p.m.
Notice
it'll
that
be
Rock
British
takes his
Columbia
time as he
against the
between innings
Ontario
before he gets
host,
out to the mound.
Tecumseh Thunder.
In this situation, the catcher was otherwise engaged on the offensive half of the inning, so he knew he wasn't going to have his catcher ready to go, so he decided to take his time. Notice that he works fairly quickly when he's on the rubber, but obviously saves his energy between his visits to the mound.
Got to make sure that energy is preserved. You don't want to burn it all up, trying to make sure you're warmed up for the inning.
No doubt.
Cody Rock getting prepared here. So when we get things going here in a moment, it's Noah Geeky, Easton Tays, Drew Hillhorst. We'll all be due up here. Looks like we're just about set to go here.
So how did they make the defensive switches
Well,
with the exit of one of their players?
do see Farrell at short still. Find out in a moment.
Leading off the bottom
Looks like
of the
Dylan
sixth for
Edmonds.
Manitoba, left fielder number 39, Noah Geeky.
Is now playing second.
Geeky starting things off with a ball and a foul, 1-1. Misses this time, 2-1. Hot shot, passes by the hot shot at third.
Good effort by the third baseman.
It's Tyler Arnold trying to make the dive at third base. And now runners aboard to start this inning.
Right fielder number 25, Easton Taves.
Ethan Tays now comes up. Easton Tays, should say.
If I'm not mistaken, Taves would be the tallest player in the tournament at 6'6".
It's got to be up there on height. One and oh. In for strike number one. 1-1. One. Swings and misses. 1-2.
Oh, looks like Alberta's got a 6'7" player. Easton's close.
One and two for Tays. Swing and miss, strike three. First out of the inning, and Rock's outing continuing to build up strikeouts now.
Yeah, he seems to be getting better as the game progresses.
Second baseman number 4, Drew.
Either it's through
Holhorst.
understanding his opposition and the holes and in the spots and taking advantage of those, or just because as he works, he gets stronger. And some pitches are like that. Some are short burst and will give you the best they have right away. And then others, like a seasoned veteran like Rock here, he may build in strength, and the more he gets loose, the more he gets powerful.
Off the 1-0, foul back to 1-1 again. Another hitter's count. Drew Holhorst up at the plate so far today. A triple and a reach via error. Making contact. Tracked down in left field and brought down by Arnold by left field.
This might be the first at bat for Carson Dubois of Portage La Prairie, Manitoba.
So we do have a change.
6'1", left-hander, 30 years old.
Batting for Klein number 7, Carson Dubois.
Carson Dubois now to the play.
In for Klein. It'll be a straight catcher swap. Getting Klein some rest.
And try and wake up the bats here, starting off with a strike, 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Outside again, can't get the corner. 2-1.
Carson was the top rookie in the Santa Clara Baseball League this past season.
Swings through it. 3-2.
Got nearly 400 with 22 RBIs.
They've just clarified 2-2. Scoreboard put an extra ball on the board. Two outs, one on. And they get 3 outs. Strike 3.
Rock continuing to build. I still don't see a pitcher actually throwing in the pen now for Saskatchewan. They clearly want to see how far you can take it.
6 innings down. You're watching We Digital. 7-3 is still your score.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Barron Championship rings. This is who we are.
Every child should learn how to swim, for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Look back to the Tecumseh skyline as we prepare for the 7th inning of play. There hasn't been any scoring so far since the 4th inning of play. 7 runs is still the major difference that were set back in the top of the 3rd inning.
Leading off the top of the 7th for Saskatchewan.
Top of the 7th,
Designated hitter, number
Nolan
17.
Bracken will lead
Nolan
things off now
Bracken.
for the Regina Trappers. So far today, looking for his first hit, 2 flyouts to center, 1 walk. Foul to start, 0-1.
Just now starting to see some light tossing from the Saskatchewan bullpen.
Rolls away, 1-1.
Sawyer's done a decent job in relief. Over 3 2/3. Only given up 2 hits, but no runs attributed to his line as of yet. 3 walks and a strikeout. He's been solid in relief.
2-1. Make it 2-2. Down the right field line, but caught. Play by Olsen. First out.
He's been busy down there at first.
Few 3 unassisted today for both sides.
Second baseman, number 28, Dylan Edmonds.
It's that one out. Pair of things for Edmonds. Swings through it, 0-1. Inside, missing him, 1-1. Hard contact to right field. Back it goes. And goodbye.
No doubter.
A home run for Edmonds to extend the gap back to 5. It is now 8-3 for the Saskatchewan representatives.
Well, he knew right away because he was in his trot, just a few steps out of the box. Right fielder thought it might, I think he was thinking it might hit a tree and come back, but that thing was headed to the pool side fairly quickly.
Look at the replay.
Sometimes you just know.
One over the count, meanwhile, for Tyler Arnold. Arnold pops it up, but tracked and playable. Devin Farrell now coming up.
Shortstop, number 12, Devin Farrell.
2 outs now in the top of the 7th inning. Hard contact to left field this time. Back it goes and dropped. Geeky can't get the squeeze on it. And Farrell gets to second.
Definitely some carry on that ball. Geeky was tracking it well.
Right fielder number 22.
Fortunately,
Kendall
had to meet the
Keller.
fence with a little more force than he would have appreciated. I'm hopeful he got a little help from his center fielder, Paddock, on how close he was. But he had an opportunity, and then all of a sudden ran out of real estate.
Meanwhile, in live action, Kendall Keller, he flies out, and that will end this inning, the top of this inning. So in the end, 1 hit, 2 hits, in fact, a home run for a run. 10 hits now on the day for Regina. The Trappers enter the bottom of the 7th up 8-3 over Team Manitoba. Reminder to stay tuned after the game. There'll be a live press conference that'll be aired with coaches from each team and the player of the
For
game.
Saskatchewan in the top of the 7th.
Be sure to stay
1 run
tuned
on 2
in
hits.
here on
There were
We
no
Digital
errors
for
and 1
post-game
runner left.
coverage.
Soyez de la partie avec Home Run Sports.
Welcome back to the ballpark here in Tecumseh, where we talk Cody Rock. He stays in the game for the 7th inning, has a chance to close it out himself, Ted.
Yeah, only 1 earned run across. Only 1 base on ball. 5 strikeouts, 5 spread out 5 hits.
Leading off the bottom of the
So
7th.
this
for
is his game
Manitoba,
to see
the
through
pitcher, number
for sure.
5, Zane Sawyer.
Lead things off here will be Sawyer. So Sawyer is going to be the replacement in the order for Popplestone.
Interesting.
Fouled away, 0-2 already.
And his thank you to the coaching staff was a foul ball. It almost caromed off some of his fellow players.
Zane Sawyer, primarily a pitcher, as mentioned. Trying to go fastball on him, 1-2.
I would imagine this is just a lineup issue for Manitoba, and they want to maintain the rest of their defense.
Popped up, picked up.
Not an ideal situation to have the pitcher come to bat, especially when they haven't got a lot of opportunities throughout the season.
Second baseman number 33, Kai Ryden.
Ryden looking for his first hit of the day.
And Ryden, 3 unassisted, a strikeout, fielder's choice today. Tries to bunt it. It's called strike 1 as a new ball. Come up here as looks like a discussion now with the umpire real quick.
No, the umpire is just going to take a little extra time and give that catcher an opportunity to shake off that foul ball as the batter fouled it into the catcher's lower region. Good job by the plate umpire. Looks like it just clipped him on the foot, maybe the ankle.
0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Trying to go fastball, missed the corner, 1-2.
Looks like they're playing Ryden to push the ball. Second baseman's actually wrapped deep into center field. Shortstop playing towards third.
Threw it, strike 3. 6 strikeouts now for Rock.
Center fielder number 8.
That brings
Ty
Manitoba
Paddock.
to its final strike, or final out. Ty Paddock, 1 for 3 today. 2 straight, 3 unassisted. Strike 1.
It appears that the relief pitching staff from Saskatchewan are out of a job for today, because Mr. Rock has dominated this affair. He's now just a few pitches over 100 for the game.
And now is at a 1-1 count. The delivery misses the zone. 2-1. 2-1 the count.
Definitely a determined effort for Mr. Rock.
And down to the final strike is Manitoba, 2-2.
I think he could have stayed with the fastball all day and done fairly well. It's got tailing movement on it. It continues to have life.
Oh, had to dodge that one. Full count, 3-2. The payoff pitch is fouled away. Stays 3-2. Fouled away again.
Job by Paddock extending this at bat. Trying to get a hair quicker on his. Let's see if he sees anything off speed or breaking pitch here. No.
Just got a piece of that one, reaching that one. Doesn't want this game to end.
Good pride from Paddock, seeing this through.
This time, dribble to second, throw to first, called out, ball game over. The Regina Trappers put on a dominating performance. The final score, 8-3. Your thoughts on that one, Ted, as Saskatchewan picks up the W?
No, I as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, this is a team that went all the way to the final game and was in a few runs of winning a national championship last year. It was a fairly business-like approach to how they tackled this game. Obviously got a great outing by their pitcher, but obviously on top of that, showed the skill in most of the facets of the game here that will obviously allow them to extend themselves through to medal round play. We'll see how it progresses over the next few days, but they look like it's a fairly solid ball club, and I wouldn't bet against them being around for medal play, that's for sure.
They have the power, they have the hits, they have the pitching staff. Well, we've seen a starter for them. They have the ability to play here, to say the least.
Today's player of the game.
Today's player of the game,
He pitched 7
going to
innings,
Cody Rock.
gave
7
up 2
innings
earned
pitched,
runs,
6
6
strikeouts.
strikeouts, 1 walk, 5
On the
hits.
way to
Number
victory.
33 from
They'll be
Saskatchewan,
presented with
Cody
a
Rock.
courtesy bat from Backyard Bat Company. He is very happy, you can tell, but he's got a press conference to get to next. Bill Chapman will be standing by in a couple moments' time. Your press conference and post-game coverage coming up in just a couple moments. You're watching We Digital. Stay tuned.
Like our champions, we know what it takes to win. Every day we put on our uniforms and we strive to be the best. Ring after ring, we keep practicing until it becomes second nature. Our craftsmen have put in thousands of hours to master their trade. And when things get tough, we make the adjustments needed to stay on top. Baron Championship Rings. This is who we are.
Every child should learn how to swim for health, for safety, and for fun. That's why we've started Canada's Swim Team. Learn to swim at least 25 meters on your own, and you're on the team. Canada's Swim Team. It's that easy. Help make us the world's largest swim team by adding your name at getswimming.ca. Ask your parents first. Swimming, the only sport that can save your life.
Welcome back to the Cup C Ontario 8-3 Saskatchewan. The score. Post-game coverage is standing on by. Let's head downfield side with Bill Chapman.
Good afternoon. We're here at the Ontario Baseball Championships. We have game 2 in the books between Manitoba and Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan winning. We have the player of the game for Saskatchewan, their pitcher, number 33. How did it feel? Was it a good, natural way of getting a good game out of you?
It felt okay. Felt pretty good early on. Didn't really know what to expect. Haven't pitched in about 3 weeks, so just kind of wanted to get out there and try to mix it up a little bit and throw everything and get a feel for everything. So, and yeah.
The ballpark help you out, or the facility itself?
I think I just played like a pretty standard ballpark. I don't know, balls in the gaps went in the gaps, and balls that were hit hard, one of them went over the fence, and yeah.
Okay, we're going to go to Manitoba head coach. What's going to have to be adjusted for next game?
We got to tighten up our defense a little bit. We had that one bad inning, and we knew we were up against a good pitcher. We've seen him before, and he's as good as you can get, so we got to have a little bit better at bats too.
With the facility being the way it is, how are your players comfortable with it, or is this just a standard everyday game?
I mean, it's nice ball diamond. We're used to playing in places like this, so I mean, it's a nice stadium. Don't get me wrong, but it's normal.
Now the Saskatchewan coach, first game in the book. It's a big win. What did you say after the second or third inning when you broke it open?
This group of guys, I don't have to say much. They've all played together for a long time. They know each other. They know what they have to do. It's just getting comfortable and having good at-bats. Obviously, great pitcher on the mound. First time through, we needed to take some looks at it, and second time through, we were ready.
Now, with his pitching, how comfortable were you with that?
Easiest job in the world, man. easiest job. We're always comfortable with Cody on the mound. We know that we just got to squeeze a couple by and we got a good chance. Obviously, we were able to squeeze a couple more than that by today, but we're always comfortable with him on the mound.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
And that just about does it here for this matchup. Our next game starts off at 4 p.m. Eastern. Bill Kelso and Ted Beal will be on the call for those ones from 4 and 7 o'clock. But I'm Justin Prince saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you at 4 o'clock for our continued coverage. Baseball Canada Men's National Championship play.